Okay, before we get on with Season 4 of Parma from the Ashes, a couple of bits of housekeeping first of all. The past two videos, little explanation. So basically, I recorded those videos one after the other on either a Wednesday or Thursday evening last week. And literally minutes before I was about to end the video and sort of shut it off, FM crashed. So unfortunately, I lost all my progress that I'd done in those two videos and it didn't save. So that means that I had to replay it, and luckily stuff wasn't that different. So I think it's just one of the videos. We got to the playoffs, we got to the semi-finals, and we had that incredible 2 matches against Livorno, but unfortunately we didn't do enough. The same thing happened. We beat, ended up being Barry actually in the preliminary, and then we had 2 0-0 draws against Livorno, and then they beat us in extra time in the second leg. So that's what happened there. And then in the final 2 games of the league, it was a defeat and a win. So they weren't too different. Apart from scores, they were exactly the same. I'll show you them off screen. Other thing, transfers. I've made some transfers. I didn't intend to spend very much money. We did. We spent about £500,000, and we're also going to pay stuff in the future as well. So today I'm going to go through some transfers. I'm going to go through games off screen and cover what happened in the last season. Just the one live come today against Alessandria. Let's get into another edition of Parma from the Ashes. So as you can see down here, the last 5 games I had to replay. And they're a bit different scores as to what they were before. So we had a 1-0 defeat against Livorno. Palazzi scoring the only goal. I don't think that was different. I think that was the same score. But the goal came 30 seconds in. So yeah, but 1-0 defeat there. And then the other game against Lecce, it was, wasn't it? We beat them 3-2. I think it was 1-0 in the other game. Then an early red card. Gazzi with 2 yellow cards in 2 minutes. Marcucci, Galeano and Barai with goals made it 3-0. Lecce brought 2 goals back. So it was a bit nervy. I thought they were going to do it and they didn't. But yeah, 3-2 win there. We still finished in 8th place, so that was the same. But I think our goal difference was exactly the same. It was just goals scored and goals conceded. So that puts through to the playoff preliminaries, where we drew Barry. That's a bit different because we actually had Carpi in the video. And we beat them 3-1 away from home. Beretta scored and Galeano scored 2 goals. And then in between those was a goal for Barry by Caputo. But a 3-1 win. Very, very nice. And that gave us a semi-final draw against Livorno, as you can see down here. Goalless draw at the home leg. And in the second leg away from home, 0-0 after 90 minutes. After 180 minutes of football, there was not a goal. 112th minute, Mario Pugliese scored, made it 1-0. And they went through at the expense of us, which didn't really create very much. You can see there Barai and Kamara and Beretta, the sort of front three, didn't do much at all, but he defended very well. Just unlucky that it took until that late for us to concede a goal and to be knocked out. So that's it. And then we had some off-screen games at the start of this season, pre-season. But I'm going to go through the signings first of all, so let's do that. Let's cue the music and look at some of the signings I've made this summer. And there are more to come as well. So there are 4 free transfers. The first of which is Dario Zuparic, who I got on a Bosman from Pescara. 26-year-old Bosnian centre-back. He's done very well so far, actually. Been a very solid defender for me. As you can see, his heading, marking and tackling, the key stats for a limited defender. All very nice. Good determination and positioning. Very strong. Physicals are all pretty good. Mentally, he's very well-rounded. So I think we've got a very nice centre-back here. And he's going to be one of the first-choice defenders, I think, alongside Juris Kozic. I think that will be my first-choice centre-back pairing. Second free transfer. Let's go as a free agent that was playing in the Trialists team, I believe. This is Ricardo Improta. He's on a free. He's on £2,000 a week on a 2-year deal. He's a right winger, but he can play a number of positions. As you can see, he can play in the centre, he can play on the left, he can play up front to an extent, but his best position is right wing, which is probably where we're going to be playing him, as Karapi was released in the summer. Very naturally fit, 17. All the key stats are okay, but they could be better. But He's only 24, so hopefully there is room to grow. His potential is 4 stars, so hopefully he will meet that. There are actually 5 free transfers. The other 3 are kind of ones for the future. This is Andrea Giuseppini, who again was playing in the Trialist team, 19-year-old right back. As a fullback, as you can see, good first touch at 12, which is fairly decent. Tackling and marking are 10 and 11, which he's only 19, so again, that can improve. Very nice teamwork rating at 11, I'm very happy with that. Physicals are pretty good acceleration, a fair bit of pace on him, so he can probably work as a wing-back as well, to some extent. Good teamwork and work rate, as I said. So at 19, this is definitely one for the future, but we've got 2 very nice right backs, and I think this one can step up if need be. Next up is Luca Calò, 19-year-old Italian. Again, he was a free agent, and he can play as a cam. He's also an option on the right. So again, we've got a couple of young options. These guys will be in the under-20s team, but if we do need a player to step up, then one of those 2 can. Again, 14 first touch is nice. Very nice flair at 17. His determination's a bit low, so I have got him tutored by another player. Vision and work rate are nice at 14. Again, a little bit of pace, but again, this guy can improve. It could be up to 4 stars, at least 3. Not as much potential as I would have liked when I signed him. It was a bit more than that, but I think, yeah, he could do a job, I think, especially in those youth teams. Last free agent is Gianluca Frabotta. Again, he's 19. Now, this guy can play as a left back or as a left winger. Very strange. Inverted wing back. I've never used one, and he looks like he might be quite nice. Dribbling at 12. Decent work rate at 15. Fair bit of pace. Good decision making. Again, teamwork very nice. So yeah, but some of these mentals aren't really great. Anticipation and concentration at 4 and 3. Again, he's got a little bit of potential, but we'll see what happens with him. So those are the free transfers. Now we get into the actual money spending. This is Noah Newlands. He's a Belgian right back, signing from Club Brugge for a total £300,000. We only paid 60 up front. We are paying the next £240,000 over 3 years, I think it is. And he's been very good pre-season. He's been very, very impressive. 20 years old, he's got great potential, but he's been doing very, very well as a wing back. Actually, his best way he's been playing. His crossing isn't great, but marking, passing, and tackling are all very nice. Teamwork. I've got players here that have got a very good teamwork ratings, almost all of them. Concentration at 14 is nice. Fair bit of stamina, bit of pace. So acceleration at least. So I think we've got a great right back here, and as I said, he's done very well in pre-season, so he can definitely compete for Balaz's place as first choice right back, and he's been playing a bit more than him actually. This guy might look familiar to you. This is Joseph Menalo, 22 years old, and he doesn't look it. And actually, we've got him from Lazio. Total, I think, was £425,000. I'm not sure about that, but it's something like that. Played for Lazio, and you might recognise him because he's a player that had to actually prove his age a couple of years ago, because people thought that he was a 42-year-old that had lied about his age to get into the youth team. That's just an incredible story. I can't believe that. But we've got Joseph Manala. We've got a deep line playmaker. And this guy hopefully can do very well for us. He's played a few games. Him and Botta will be the choices for that role. Decent first touch at 14. Good passing at 13. Technique's pretty nice. Well-rounded physically. Mentals are pretty good in all the important places. And he's got a room to grow. So a very nice centre midfielder here. And lastly, an old face at Parma. This is Alberto Cerri. Used to play for Parma in the past. And he's got incredible potential. He's on loan from Juventus, but I would like to get him permanently at the end of the season. It might cost us a bit, but my goal now is to make Cerri. That's Dr. Do you know whose fault that is? That's Dr. Benji's fault. Amount of times, 100 episodes plus of Parma Drama of him mispronouncing Alberto Cerri's name, and now he's got me doing it. Absolutely insane. Okay, so Alberto Cerri, that's how you say his name. He's on loan from Juve. As I said, I want to make him a permanent part of the team at some point in this season or for next season, because he's just incredible. 4-star current ability, 5-star potential, 14 finishing, 14 heading, 13 penalties. Mentals look very nice. Physically, he looks great. Strength at 16, jumping reach at 17, good balance, fair bit of pace. This is the ideal target man, and with Makulu gone, this could be the guy to really step up. He scored pre-season, but he's not scored a competitive game for me yet. But we've only had 2, so there's still time to do that. So those are the 8 signings we have. Cherry, not Seri. So of course, with the ins, there have to be some outs. So as you can see, there's a fair few. Released on the free transfers, Francesco Carapi is one. Diego Venucci's gone. Beretta's gone. Carlini's gone. Alborno's gone. Got some big players there, but we've freed up some wage budget and they've gone. Also gone Grassi, Medri, some players there that never really made the first team. Makulu has gone. We've got £300,000 for Makulu. He's gone to Avellino. He scored a goal in a friendly for him, but that's all so far. I think we did really well to get that much money for him, but he hadn't scored for a while. And, you know, he's only 2.5 star rating now. 3 stars rather. So, yeah. It's time for him to go. He's been here since the start, so he's been a great servant. I thank you for that, Makulu. A few loans, as you can see there, some of our younger players. Alberto Cerri has gone on loan, who was the guy that was signed by the board. Martinho has gone to Lanciano for free. The fans were disappointed that we didn't play him as much as we should have done, but every time we played him, he never did anything. Can I have a look at his form? No, okay, I can't look at his form. It's literally every game we played him, I don't think he ever got below 6.7, above 6.7, because he never did anything. He only played 8 games for us, but he just never did anything. So I stopped playing him, and now he's gone. And you know, I think he had a pretty chunky wage, not chunky, but fairly big wage for someone that was never played. So he had to go. But yeah, we've got a bit of money in. Some money has gone out. As you can see, £725,000 spent, but not a lot of that was spent up front. As I said, Nolan's, I think, was £60,000 up front. Manala, I think, was about 140 up front, something like that. I'm not entirely certain. But yeah, that's what's been happening there. So some of these players are featured in our friendlies. As you can see, we've played 2 competitive games. They were in the Team Cup, the Coppa Italia. Kupitz has 2 goals. Newlands is our best average player. That's how much I rate him, and he's been doing very well. A few players with some assists there. Kofi Aguirre, the best passer. He's also got a man of the match award along with Newlands. 2 yellow cards each for Botta and for Aguirre, and no red cards yet. But that's only from 2 games, so that will change. I wonder how many red cards Aguirre is going to get this season. We're going to keep him because he's a good player. It's just a shame that he gets suspended so much. So let's look at the fixtures that we've gone through so far then. 6 games. So yeah, 4 friendlies and then those 2 Coppa Italia games. We didn't suffer defeat, so that's very nice. So we had a 2-2 draw away. This was against Tuggen. I don't know who they are. They're a Swiss team apparently. Okay, 2-2 draw. They actually took the lead. Calanda scored. Not long after that, Cerri scored. Very nice to see him on the score sheet. Simone Silva then scored, the San Marino striker. Who, he's played for the San Marino team. He's improving every time. 18, and he looks like he's going to be a great player for the future. Try and play him as much as we can this season. And then Calanda got another goal for Tuggen to equalise and make it 2-2, and that's how it ended. Kozic had a bad game with the 6.3. Simic, the other one, he's back from his loan, where he didn't do too badly. 6.79 over 20 games. You know, fairly solid. Didn't do a lot wrong, really. And he's going to come back, and he will start some games for me this season, definitely. Then we had a 3-1 draw against Mulhouse. Sounds strangely like Millhouse. I actually did this game in my sleep. The second half at least. I fell asleep during this game. I woke up, we won 3-1, and Valerio Trigini, a player who was now injured, scored a hat-trick. He broke his ankle in a game after that. 7 to 9 weeks out. 17-year-old striker. Dribbling, finishing in first touch looked very nice on the technical front. Some of these mentals are great as well. Good determination and flair. 15 off the ball. So I think this guy's going to grow a lot in the future. He got a hat-trick in that game, but I didn't see it because I was asleep. Froger got to go back for Millhouse. I'm going to call them Millhouse if I ever see him again. I probably won't though. My assistant manager took care of these games. They were both 0-0 draws. Kupitz had an injury in that game. He is back up from it though, so that's all right. That was just a 0-0 draw, and then the other 0-0 draw against San Severo, where he did that. Played a weird formation as well. He played Sabioni at right back, so I was like, what the hell are you doing, man? And then the Coppa Italia qualifiers. The second qualifier, we faced Tutto Cuoio. I'm not sure if I said that right. Please correct me if I didn't. Selva, Kupitz and Kozic with the goals there in a 3-0 win. Newlands getting an assist and the man of the match. Kozic won the header to score that goal from a corner. Not often we do that. Barai and Cerri with the other assists. So yeah, very nice performance there. 3-0 win. Set up a third qualifying round match against Faralpi Salo, who we faced in the Lega Pro before. We beat them 2-1. Kupitz and Sarcevic with the goals. Kupitz not long after the restart. Sarcevic in the 90th minute. And then Salo got a consolation in injury time. A big also score in that. But yeah, nice performances in that. You know, we always go out of cups early. If we have a look at our previous seasons, so the Serie D Coppa Italia, we went out of the first hurdle. The Lega Pro one, we went out in our second game, losing to Monza. Last season in the Coppa Italia, we drew Cesena in the third qualifier and we lost 4-2. This season, we've got Cesena again in the fourth qualifier, but that's not till December, so we don't have to worry about that. But I'd like a cup run, because, yeah, we have not been doing well at all in the domestic cup this save. So that's something I want to improve on this season. So that's all the housekeeping out the way. Now we can play some football, and our only game of the video today, seeing as we've done transfers and I've spoken a lot, is against Alessandria, and it's at home. So let's see if we can start off the campaign with a win. We're expected to get top half this season, but I've asked my players to aim for the playoffs. Hopefully we can do that. So this is the team we are going with today. In goal, Alessandro Mikai. Didn't have the best of seasons last season, but we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt and hope that he can improve this season. He's 25, probably get a new one in sort of after him. This might be his last season. He has got a year left on the contract though, so we might get some money in for him. We'll see. But yeah, his vision is decreasing, which is a bit odd. But his leadership's improving, so hopefully he'll be a better player for me this season. We have youngsters that we can use if he doesn't really do well. So we have Graziani and we have Fiamozzi there. Who's Fiamozzi? Oh, he's white. Okay, he's a regen. I don't know why he's in our under-20s. Never mind. Okay, so the back four. So Saporetti will start at left back. Then we have Kozic and Zuparic. As I said, the first choice centre back pairing this season, definitely. Newlands will start at right back. I've got him as an automatic wing back. So doing that there. Agge is going to start as the defensive midfielder with Bottas just ahead. He's captain, so he's going to start. We do have Milano on the bench though. Minala rather, that's his name. Barai's going to start on the left as an inside forward. Kupitz is going to be on the right. Cerri and Selva starting up front with two strikers. I do still need to buy some players. I want another striker because Cerri and Selva at the moment are our only ones really. And I'm going to get a left-sided midfielder as well. We have Yves Barai. We have other players that can play out there, but they're not really great at the moment. So we have Sol. We could use him if we need to. We've got Frabotta, of course. He can play as a left winger. So we have options, but I'd like to get a good option. So I think a left midfielder, a striker, maybe another left back. I might try and get an experienced left back because Saporetti's still very young. We also have Koliatka, who I think is only 19 as well. So that's what I need to do. We're on control structure. The bench looks like this. No goalkeeper. I don't need one. Balazar, Koliatka, Simic, Sabioni, Minala, Sarcevic, San Pietro, Tutino, and Zini. So some weird faces on there. Tutino went on loan for his second half of last season. Went to Foggia and only played 6 games. But we're going to see if we can use him a bit more this season. His potential's decreased already. That's not a good sign. So we might need another player for the right as well. We have a few days left in the transfer window though, so that could still happen. And if there are any more signings, then I will show them to you next season. Okay, Sabioni isn't playing because, of course, he suffered that big injury towards the end of last season. Well, not the end, but he was out for about 4 months, I think. And he hasn't long come back. So he's played some pre-season friendlies to get his fitness up. But he's not going to start in the league. We're going to start Kofi Gay, and I'm hoping that he doesn't get sent off. So let's start the game and see if we can start this campaign with a win. I had a couple of yellow cards in midfield already. We have a first highlight of the game here, 17 minutes in, and there could be a goal coming from this. Agge and Botta have already been booked, so that is a worry already. And they're on the attack. Beltrame here, and he's still going, and he goes for a shot, and it was wasted. But that's the first highlight of the game there. Yet to see a shot on target so far this game. Newlands with a throw-in. Here is Kupitz. Goes for the long ball, but it's cut out. Kozic clears it up again. And here's Chia. Barai wins the ball back. Nice tackle by the left midfielder. Tries to find Cerri, but doesn't. Tunucci back to the goalkeeper, Nordi. Innocenti to Gallo. And... oh, God! Oh, God! Really? The first game! Come on! I don't believe that. Why would you do that? You're stupid. Okay. I'll wait till half time to do something about this. I'm so angry with him. Come on. I need to sell him. I can't have it. I'm not having it. He annoyed me so much last season. And he's doing it again. Here's Selva. Kupitz. Nice ball there. Kupitz. Oh, just across the face of goal. Disappointed in the second half of last season, Kupitz. And so far, he's doing the same again. So, yeah. I'm Slightly concerned that some of these players aren't performing as well as they could. We've had one shot on target. I don't know about unlucky. We're a man down, but we can still get a result here. I'm going aggressive with you. Getting sent off so early is unacceptable. Looks delighted. What? Looked delighted. Looked fired. Are you serious? You're taking the piss, brother. We need to take off one of these strikers. I don't really want to, but I'm going to have to, I think. Get Selva off. We'll put Sabioni on. Right. I'm going to leave it on control. I'll leave all this as it is. Let's start the second half. I can't believe he's got sent off again. Here's a throw in. Here's US. Oh, come on. He's hit the post. That is a reprieve. Who was that? It was Kozic, wasn't it? You are walking a very fine line, guys. 71 minutes. Still 0-0, but we've had 12 shots. Only 2 on target. That's not very good. Cerri's struggling. And the only other striker we have is Zinni. And he's going to play. Let's put him as an advanced forward. Let's get Botta off. Let's get Minala up there, the 42-year-old who lied about his age to to get into the youth team. That story was just insane. We're not going to see any goals here. That's kind of annoying. Miko with a goal kick here. Unless we see one in this last 30 seconds. Here's Zinni to Minala. There is time. There's 20 seconds. Sabioni to Barai. To Zinni. Go on. No, he's lost the ball. That's annoying. Looks like we're going to have a 0-0 draw for the first game of the season. Kozic with the ball. Passes back to Mikai. And full-time whistle. There it is. 0-0 draw. So at least we didn't lose. But that red card, man. I can't believe it. Again, I'm going aggressive with you. I'm very disappointed in you for getting sent off. He looks fired up now. It might be best if Daniel Kofi sat out a few matches. I can't believe that's happened again. So you got 4 red cards last season, and he's got another one in the very first game of the season. Zinni made his debut. He almost got a goal, actually. He was getting close to it. But, yeah, it's a local-born youngster, so they like that. Age banned for 1 match. I'm finding you again, brother. I don't care. God, how many 0-0 draws were there? 4. 4 0-0 draws. I used to say that a lot about the Italian league, that there was a lot of goalless draws and not enough goals scored. Looks like that's proven my point right there. And Kofi Gate thinks his fine was unfair. I don't give a shit. So starting off the series. The series started ages ago, mate. Starting off the season with a 0-0 draw, which is alright because I think last season we started off with a defeat. The season before we started off with a defeat. And then we had a win, but that was in the Serie D, and we were sure to win that. At least we didn't lose. That's a good thing. But coming up, so of course, with the new season, so there are 6 new teams in the division. So I want to try and face as many as I can. Lanciano, Cittadella, Crotone, Brescia, and Cremonese are all new teams. So next episode, I'm going to play 5 games off screen, and our next video will come out probably on Wednesday. We're going to face Brescia at home. We're going to face Bari away. Hopefully have some wins under our belt. And I'm going to try and get a few more signings done as well. Because I think, as I said, we need another striker. We need a left-sided midfielder. Maybe another right-sided midfielder. I'm not quite sure. Because Kupitz hasn't really impressed me recently. And I don't think Tutino's up to it. So I think we need maybe 2 or 3 more players. And we'll be set. So I'll try and do that off screen. And I'll show you them next episode. Yeah, next time, look out for games. We're going to face Brescia and Bari. So that is going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, because we've got our 4th season underway. Leave any comments you want to make down below. If you want to see videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Let's aim for 6 likes for the video. I'm getting 5 in the past few, so 6 would be a nice sort of step up, 1 more. And you want to make sure to drop a sub, because I got 150 last week. Since then, I've had 3 new subs, which is I'm absolutely fine with that. As I said, I smile every time that number increases, every 1. But yeah, just trying to get as many as I can, really. So 200. I don't know when I'm going to get 200. I'm going to aim for about July time, maybe June or July, because I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure how much this channel will grow, but the more the better. So yeah, but that's going to do it for this video. So yeah, next time Brescia and Bari. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.